It's time for the Power Hour.
Wait, what? Woo! Wow, we're back.
Welcome. You thought we weren't going to have a power hour anymore because Max was sleeping. Well, guess what?
Max is always sleeping.
I have my coffee today. I'm ready for the internet. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk about some good news and entertainment. Please, people in the chat. Don't spoil anything about the Superman scoops. And I will do some correct
Superman scoops you speak of.
I will tell you, we will have Bruce react blindly. Be careful using that word so loosely, Donovan. People might not understand what you're talking about. And then let me, I also want to correct Donovan where I said my video was rumor has it for Bruce. And I reacted to a rumor and I said, I hope this isn't true. I was covering myself there.
I think the problem is when you share rumors and scoops and stuff you read, it comes across as if you believe it's 100% true.
I said, God, I hope this isn't true.
But Max, you have the habit of doing that. Instead of
I heard
unbiased towards rumors and scoops, you come off as believing them, taking them at face value most of the time. And
I'm reacting to them.
This is why your audience has lost faith in your objectivity.
I am authentic. I react to the rumor. I am not convinced it's true. Although I do have a source that said at least part of it is true. And I will let people know when we get to that point.
All right,
man. At least part of it is true.
Before we get into Max and his BS, and why is Dom calling me right now in the show? Thanks, Dom. Let's say hi to the chat.
Mama Bear.
We have Isaac, the biggest movie fan. I'm not going to read everybody's quotes. Donovan, CJH. Who else? We got Anthony Cheeseman, Terry Floyd, Daryl Taylor, Dan's Comic Corner. If you love comic book content, check out Dan's Comic Corner. Great show, great pickups.
Go to the corner.
Let's see. Ed LeBeau is here. He's singing Rumors. Ooh.
Rumor has it.
Is that everybody? Did I miss anybody? And before we start, later on tonight at 9 p.m., the greatest show ever, New to Who, on Sticks Boys channel. We watch Doctor Who episodes and give our opinions of new, old Doctor Who.
I didn't know that was the name of the series, New to Who.
New to Who.
Who came up with that? That's a good one.
I know. I'm pretty good at
I thought I was going to say I didn't think Sticks came up with that one. Sorry,
oh my
Sticks.
God, Max. So if you want to check it out, hang out. Sticks is almost at 100 followers. Please follow Sticks Boy and watch the show tonight. Give a thumbs up, some love to Sticks Boy, and give some love to us here at the Power Hour, where we have been doing the show almost a year almost.
I think so.
Almost 7 months, 8 months.
I don't know.
I officially have been part of Team MME for over 2 years.
That's great. I appreciate it.
Saying, why am I still here? Why do
I know sometimes we do. Sometimes we do just behind the scenes. We do have conversations, Bruce. Like, I really,
and
I appreciate it, Bruce. I appreciate
my own channel will be 2 years old. Yeah, I'm still here, still making positive content, and not letting anyone drag me down with them to the lowest level of the internet.
Oh boy, who are you referring to? I don't know. Okay, there's a lot of low levels of the internet. No, I'm having fun. I was in a bad mood earlier because I do watch too much news. I'm trying not to be political. Bruce has to tell me to stop doom scrolling. He says, "Stop it, Max."
Scroll every night. This is why you can't sleep.
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
Because I want the best for everybody. I do.
We're doing David Tennant episodes tonight, so tune in, guys. David Tennant, one of the best modern Doctor Who's.
Oh yeah, I like Tennant. I never finished his. Voltaire is here.
Who?
Actually, I doom scroll about politics stuff and how I care about people and I don't like things that are happening to people.
I do want to talk to Voltaire.
Yeah.
The other half of the
mic drop.
Douche drop or
the douche drop.
Poop drop or
come on.
The honeydew drop or sugar drop, whatever it's called.
The ball drop.
I know I've been going at Voltaire very hard for the last couple of months. It's only good fun. We're friends off stream, and it plays well with Max because Max needs some pushback on those streams. Voltaire's just a yes man. I'm calling you out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, what's this? The giant dick drop.
Dick drop.
There is no proof of that, and Voltaire is only 4'2". So just saying, he could have played. He could have played a Munchkin.
Yeah. Diallo's here. Diallo, I miss you, man.
What's the? You know what? Let's open the panel up in a few minutes. Okay. You want to open the panel up in a few minutes, Max?
I don't care.
So after we get our say out and our opinions out, we'll open the panel. Probably one or two people. I have an idea which two people, because they're raising their hands silently. Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Okay.
So what we're talking about today is Thunderbolts.
I'm really looking excited to this movie.
It debuted with a 96% Rotten Tomato score, and I believe it's currently sitting between 88 and 90% with critics. This is one of the highest scores in a long time for an MCU project. And the title of the show is, what's the title of the show? I forgot.
Can it say? Is it MCU's only hope?
Thunderbolts are the MCU's only hope in the title, and Thunderbolts saved the MCU in the thumbnail. So my question is this movie enough for that certain part of the fan base that only wants good stories, only wants grounded stuff, that claim they lost the MCU love fest that they had for the last 10 years? Is this enough to get confidence back into that portion of the fan base? Or is this just a hold them over until Fantastic Four or Avengers Doomsday? Will this feeling of kumbaya MCU love stick around, Max?
I think it's not going to save the MCU. I think it's going to be a bright spot, and it's got less pressure on it because I don't think a lot of normies know about the Thunderbolts.
Yes.
And the villain Sentry seemed like the trailers have been really exciting. I like how he just snaps people, and then the special effects they use where it's just like a shadow on the sidewalk is really actually very evil and scary. It's almost reminiscent of, unfortunately, if people know their history about when the bombs dropped on Japan, unfortunately they said there was that's what they said. It kind of reminds people of.
Yeah. So
it's a very striking image, and it kind of, that's intensity. I don't want to think about that necessarily, but it's really great. A really good villain is something that I've been missing in a lot of MCU movies. And I know people that read the comics know about Sentry. I don't know about Sentry, but the way they've been portraying his character in the trailers is pretty intimidating. And then I do like that there's a lighthearted vibe with the crew. And I do like how in the trailer they're setting up, are we right for this to save the world? And they're going to come through the underdogs. So I really high hopes for this movie where I didn't when it was first announced. When I first heard the next two movies from Marvel were going to be Captain America 4 with Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk,
which was a mistake, I feel.
I don't think that was I think that was the best part of the movie.
I think Harrison Ford was the wrong fit for the MCU and this movie. Because he didn't have that excitement during the press tour about the movie.
I disagree. I think the problem is that the character of the way it was written, how they just had him turn. I think General Ross should be on the edge of a villain himself, and I think that kind of missed it and took out of some of the stakes of the movie by just having him want to be good now because of his daughter. I liked Harrison Ford as the president, as Ross, and as the Red Hulk. And when he was just a nice guy at the end, I was just like, oh, this is kind of lame. I like the fight sequence, but the point of that is saying I was more excited about Captain America than Thunderbolts. Like twice as more excited to see that movie. And then after seeing Captain America 4, I'm like so hyped for Thunderbolts now. I'm like, this is probably going to be the bright spot of besides the Avengers movies coming up.
We have Downer Dial in the chat.
I know.
You need 3 to 5 straight hits in order to say Marvel is back. I can, depending
you only need one hit. You only need one hit.
Depending on how you feel about the MCU, and there have been hits back to back. Agatha, Daredevil, and Captain America.
Captain America wasn't necessarily a hit. It wasn't like a flop.
It was a hit. It was a hit.
Did it make 400 million?
These projects were well received by the critics and the audience. Am I wrong?
I don't know about the audience for Captain America. I don't know about the critics either. I actually know
the audience liked Captain America. The critics not so much.
No, most of the people I saw it with didn't like it.
Well, they didn't vote on Rotten Tomatoes, so
that's true.
Their view doesn't count.
Actually, out of my friends that we saw Captain America, I was probably liked it the most. I do want to revisit it on Disney Plus, though. I do, for sure.
Yeah, critics hate everything good. Yes, I agree.
I liked Anthony Mackie. I liked Falcon, the new guy that's Falcon. I forget his name, the actor, and the character's name. I forget.
Joaquin Torres? No, that's the character's name. Joaquin Torres.
Yeah, but the movie just was okay for me. It wasn't horrible. There was fun stuff in it.
I think that's the problem with all these franchises that have been going on for a decade or longer is people have forgotten how to have fun with these movies.
I completely disagree.
And expect everything to be top tier level. There's no room for good movies anymore. Either it's a stinker, garbage, dumpster fire, or it's
that's just the internet
made, or
that's for everything.
It's amazing and you can't talk about it.
There's no nuance.
There's room out there for middle of the road movies that you just go to the movies and have fun with and have popcorn and laugh and just have fun. Everything doesn't have to be leading to the next big thing, or it has to be award winning and blow your mind.
That wasn't my criticism.
That was never the MCU. That was never the DCU. That was never Star Wars.
That wasn't my criticism, though. I like General Ross being kind of like a dick and really causing problems for the heroes in the MCU. And I guess I'm okay with him turning good, but it just didn't feel authentic in the movie. Like the Ross was too changed. So I don't know. And then some that it had the cool action sequence was the main action sequence you think of, and that's it, you know. But I never, yeah, I understand it's what the internet does. I don't do that. My criticism weren't that. I just want a really good. I want in any superhero movie. I want a really good villain, just like Superman. I'm more excited about Lex than Superman.
The problem with villains, the MCU especially, MCU Marvel Comics, because this is what they're drawing their villains from and their source material for their movies, and not going particularly story bit by bit, bit by bit, and copying the story into the movies, is that there are not a lot of good villains in the Marvel universe. You got Thanos, Mr. Sinister, Doctor Doom,
Loki,
Apocalypse. Who else?
Once the X-Men get in there, they have some of the best villains. Yeah, Magneto.
Do they?
I think so.
I guess.
And Spider-Man villains, but it's
but the Spider-Man villains, they keep using the same ones over and over.
Yeah. Sounds like I have a villain fetish, like Dom.
Yeah, you do have a villain.
I do. In all movies, the thing that makes the best movies ever is a good villain. But I'm very happy. Do we have any reactions from Thunderbolts coming out? Should I try to look for some?
Oh, I could just go to Rotten Tomatoes and grab some. I believe this should be this is let's see, Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see what we got here. Let's see.
I like what Mama Bear says. They'd rather have a Russian agent than an American veteran who helped other vets. You mean as Captain America? That's going to be the narrative. Ooh. If Thunderbolts does better than Captain America, is that they should have had Bucky as Captain America, and that's going to really piss me off. Yeah, do you think people are going to run with that? If the
American vet was Sam Wilson?
Yeah. Don't you see? She's saying some people would rather have a Russian agent like Winter Soldier.
Oh well, no, the Russian agent is what's her name?
Oh,
White Widow.
White Widow. Okay.
Yeah, the only reason people are excited for this movie is because of Florence Pugh. Let's be honest. I love Florence Pugh. A lot of the gooners in the MCU fan base are just flocking to this movie to see Florence Pugh. Be honest.
Here's my thoughts on Florence Pugh.
Here we go. There we go. Florence is mommy right there. Come on.
Are you calling Donovan a gooner?
I didn't say Donovan was a gooner. I just said this is going away.
Right here. Yeah. Okay. Here's my thoughts on Florence Pugh. I think she's a very decent actress. I don't think she's an amazing actress. I think she's very likable as a person. And I think she's got a great social media presence, including her style. She has a style that's way beyond, she's very into style. I don't think she is a draw to movies. I don't. When she's in it, I don't see that she's a draw.
Shout out to the comic book barbarian, Corbin, from Renovision. Thank you for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
Florence Pugh didn't save Hawkeye. Hawkeye was an amazing show. Damn it.
Isaac,
generational talent.
I want to respond to you, Isaac. I don't. Are you mean? I'm not attacking her by saying I don't see that she's a. I just said I don't think she's like an amazing actress to me. She's a decent actress.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's more of a likable person and a social media presence and a style icon. I think she's an icon of this generation. She's challenged beauty standards. She's beautiful, and she's hits the red carpet, and she's very body positive.
I will say this. Unknown Gamer's right. Her accent for the character sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It really does. It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Max, you are in the minority.
I proved Donovan. Show me where she's been a box office. There's some people in the entertainment industry that draw a box. I don't see it yet.
She is much better in doing. I will give you that. Nerds are worse than record collectors. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Max is jealous.
I am a record collector. Yeah.
Come on. Watch her. Don't
Okay, I didn't see that one.
I'm not watching that. Sorry. So where was it? Here we go. Share. I'm learning how to figure out YouTube now. I'm new to this.
Well, I could share this article. Oh, are you ready?
Yeah, I got some stuff up.
All right.
Let's launch this. Oops. All right, from Paul Klein. It's ironic that a film about avoidant depression and facing one's own internal conflict can be such a joy. But then again, films, like people, can contain paradoxes and multitudes.
Ooh. That's a great review about the void depression.
From Carla Hay, Culture Mix. Thunderbolts could be subtitled Therapy for Superheroes because the overarching theme is how superheroes cope with depression, guilt, and anxiety. Thrilling action scenes and wisecracking jokes are mixed with trauma bonding to mostly effective results. Is this going to be a whole goddamn therapy movie? Ugh.
I'm okay with that.
I'm not. I just saw a lot of therapy in Daredevil. I don't want to see it again. Thunderbolts is a superhero therapy session that tries to deliver more than it needs to, but ultimately achieves its goal of being entertaining. Now, let's see some bad reviews. An underwhelming effort with a structure that feels a lot like a dumping ground for secondary characters the MCU doesn't know what to do with.
Wow. Then that would have been my concern as what this was,
I said that. I said this is nothing but knockoff Captain America's in one film because everybody has the same powers. From Don Shanahan, by embracing the joke of being jokes themselves. Oh my God. Here we go. It all too often still becomes or stays a joke. Thunderbolts goes to show that when you make something about cheap heroes, you get a cheap return. Whoa. Here we go. Another one. Entertaining in all usual ways, but it can't quite muster an identity of its own or a novel approach that could make it stand out from the rest, despite the fact that this B team of superheroes is comprised of some A-list character actors. Ooh. And here's another. I'll end it with a positive. If it ultimately works, it's all due to Pew, who can wrestle sincerity out of a screenplay and franchise that has so little, capturing a whole emotional arc in just some moments of silence.
Okay. RJ says we should replace critics with AI.
Oh, here we go.
I would like to see an AI review a movie to see. Has anyone tried that yet?
Jean Malo, welcome. Good evening.
There's a lot of positive in there. There's very few negative. I like Joe Blow. God. I want to bring this up real quick. Let me remove this. So this is Joe Blow. I just like what it says here. Thunderbolts review, a throwback to Phase 1 style Marvel movies, ? I like that premise. I like a lot of the Marvel Phase 1. I'm not going to read the whole review. Oh, 7 out of 10. I was hoping like 8 or a 9 out of 10. 7, but I like it. It says
7 is still good. It's not a great movie. It's a good movie. And I do want to show this. Marvel had the creator of the Century on the red carpet for the premiere.
That's great. They wouldn't bring what's the guy that left Marvel because of Deadpool?
Paul Jenkins on the red carpet.
They brought him out, but they wouldn't bring out the creator Deadpool. The guy that can't draw Liefeld.
He got mad because he was not invited
at the party.
To the after party.
Oh, okay.
Party. He is not mentally sane to be at an after party.
I will be real. It seems like Liefeld, I'm not against him, but it seems like he's gone into full grift mode after that to like use it as a point pivot to promote himself.
Yeah, because
he's gone into full grift mode after that.
He has his fans, but for the most part, his art hasn't evolved like a lot of artists from the 90s. Like a McFarlane, a Alex Ross, a who else?
You know who else I'm kind of really I didn't investigate this, but I followed Bo DeMeo on X.
Oh God, he's horrible.
He is gone insane attacking Marvel. I mean, he did get fired, but he is just constantly talking crap. So I don't know. I don't know. Yes, RJC, same with Bo DeMeo. They just everything. He was quiet for a while, and now I think it's because he gets more attention when he throws shade at Marvel.
And I will say this: I do own a Liefeld book. So, but I own the Liefeld book because it's a Mark Spears cover.
Okay.
And he did do a special chiseled signature at the bottom. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let me see here. I was going to bring up. Oh, go ahead.
No, are we done talking about Thunderbolts saving the MCU, or have we?
I don't think it could save the MCU. I think it could be a good movie, and it could overperform if it's good. I think it's based on what I'm hearing. People really like it. I have low expectations. I don't know what the budget is. I think it could be a surprise hit.
I don't think the budget matters.
Yeah. I want to get to. Hold on a second here. This is from.
Go ahead.
All right. So should we get to the point where this is potential spoilers for Superman?
Oh, this is what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do
next? Yeah, unless we have something else. I'll talk about this. We'll put you in the hot chair here. We'll switch sides.
Hey, Jimmy.
All right. So Bruce does not know the rumors.
I only play for one team.
The rumors about Superman plot point yet. So we're gonna have him react. And you could let us know if you think it's BS or not. And then if there's any comics precedent for this.
Go ahead.
All right. Do you want RJ? Look, RJ's trying to get on the show.
Oh my God. Didn't I sent him a message like 15 minutes ago asking if he wanted to come on the show with not one answer from Resident Justice or Marvel greatest fanboy or guns. No, let me stop.
All right, let me send it to him. We'll get him on.
RJ read his messages. He would have seen that I sent an invite. And fire Kathleen Kennedy just because you pay for her Patreon. What the hell?
Kathy's Patreon?
Kathy
hey, Degrassi.
Degrassi.
Hey, buddy.
I was bringing in groceries. Nobody asked you to bring in groceries. I don't care about your life, RJ. When we call you, you come on. You drop everything and come on the show.
Don't drop the groceries, especially. Hey, listen, everyone. Again, I'm not getting the politics of current events, but you may want to pick up some canned goods and some other things just in case, because in a few weeks, those cupboards might be bare, or the shelves might be bare. Sorry.
Well, you missed RJ's breaking news on Superman content, I guess.
Okay, RJ's here.
Good.
Hello.
I'll be right back.
What are you going to be back? You're the one reacting. All right. How's it going, RJ?
Good. How's everybody doing?
Are you looking forward to Thunderbolts?
Yeah, I am. I'm hopefully going to see it on Friday. I'm looking forward to it. I think the trailers have been pretty solid. It looks like it's a fun time. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm a little concerned about Superman. We'll be getting to that as soon as Bruce comes back.
Well, I got additional details for you.
Okay, cool.
So, it might be your concerns.
Okay, so these are rumors, everyone, and potential spoilers before Bruce gets back. CGH says Canada will be fine, USA will not. I don't know.
Well,
I want everyone to be fine.
Talk about something though, real quick first. I want to do like a little bit of a reveal because people may not know this. So, a lot of people have been watching Josh Denim Nerds' videos, including yourself, Max.
Oh, Dana Douche. Go ahead.
Okay. We are both mutuals with each other on Twitter, on X.
Mm-hmm.
I've reached out to Josh quite a bit over the last few weeks, kind of going over some stuff with this Superman movie, because I have a couple of people who are, how would I put this? They're very close to the production of this movie, and they're very close with exactly like just they're in the know about test screenings. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So a couple of them reached out to me about, gosh, I want to say a month and a half ago when they first started doing them. The first thing that came out was about the Jor-El casting.
Mm-hmm.
The second bit of information was okay, for context, when I heard about the Jor-El casting, I asked the person if it was legit. They sent me way more than just the Jor-El casting. They wrote me a bunch of other stuff, which I'm not going to get into. But one of the things they wrote to me about to try, like they said, if I'm lying, if this is in the movie, you know for sure that I'm not lying.
Okay.
And it involved what leaked yesterday.
Okay.
So, that's kind of where all this came from.
So the same person, the content,
messaging Josh from Dead and Nerds. I was the one who told him about the Jor-El stuff, which is what he made the video about.
So it's your
fault.
I
also told him a little bit about this leak as well.
Okay,
so if
did you hear that, everyone?
Videos, it's coming from me.
Okay.
So
thanks for that clarification. So what he's saying is, if the Jor-El casting is true with what's that?
No. If the thing that Bruce is going to react to is real, then the rest of the stuff that he told me is real by source.
Okay. All right. So let me let Bruce know and get your reaction, Bruce, on this. Okay.
So who is this coming from again?
This is the first time I heard about it was
these are supposed leaks that are coming out from people talking about the test screenings.
Yes, lots of people
first made it public. Yeah, the person who made it public was My Time to Shine Hello behind her subscriber paywall.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
so that's where it started.
Because she talked to somebody who went to a test screening. Now she's putting out her information. But like I said, I knew about this like a month and a half ago.
Okay, and again, if you don't want to know, if you don't want to know spoilers, that you might not want to listen to this part, but you should probably do it, because do the Crazy Joe method. If it's from a scooper, it's not real. Okay, so here is what's been going around. This is it's going on a lot, Bruce. I'm surprised you didn't hear about this.
No.
Brah, WTF. James Gunn's revenge on the internet. A bizarre and rumored plot for James Gunn's Superman has surfaced online, which claims the Man of Steel gets dragged into the world of cancel culture. In the leak, it's claimed that James Gunn sets up Superman to be battered by social media hate, which apparently makes the Man of Steel feel sad. No, we're not joking. It's further claimed that James Gunn uses a hashtag #supershit hashtag in the movie, which trends and damages Superman's image. But the real twist, Lex Luthor is behind it all, using an army of mutant monkeys at keyboards to flood and trolls the internet and tear Superman down. Link in the comment for more #Superman. Your first reaction, Bruce, to this.
Read that again, please.
Okay, so James Gunn sets up Superman to be battered by social media hate, which apparently makes the Man of Steel feel sad.
Okay.
And the people that are hating Superman on the internet and like cyberbullying him or use #supershit hashtag in the movie, which trends and damages Superman's image. Lex Luthor is behind it, using an army of mutant monkeys at keyboards to flood and trolls the internet and tear Superman down. What's your first reaction to this rumor? Does it sound silly? And then do you think it's real? Those two things I want to get from you. Do you think it sounds silly? First of all.
No, it doesn't sound silly.
Okay. All right.
What?
Okay. All right.
I don't understand this whole reaction to goddamn comic book.
Okay,
movies.
so can I give some additional context?
From a comic book movie?
Yeah,
Seriously.
Okay. I don't like. I want to say this.
Some additional context.
Sure. But after I say this with Bruce, something that aggravates me, Bruce, about when people give criticism about comic book movies, you go to the point where you say comic book movies are silly to begin with, and I don't like that talking point. I don't like that because mainstream movies are different than some weird comics. Comic books are a medium. But they're adapted to mainstream movies.
You can't have it both ways. You can't say you want comic accurate and you want them to follow the stories from comics, and then when they add something from the comics,
not everything from comics should be mainstream movies.
Please. I gotta give context.
Okay.
Because you weren't making much ado about nothing. Okay. Look, I can't believe I even had to talk about this because it's ruining a joke in the movie because the whole thing is it's a joke. Okay. So, earlier in the film, Superman is asked about social media. He says that he's not a big fan of social media because of the negativity that thrives on it. Okay? Mm-hmm. Later, there's a gag in the movie that shows that the negativity he sees on social media is actually Lex Luthor's doing. They're not mutated monkeys. They're gleeks. They're gleeks that, the Wonder Twins.
Wonder Twins.
Okay. It's an Easter egg reference to Gleek the monkey.
Yes.
They look like monkeys, but they're actually Gleeks. Okay? It's a joke in the movie. It's a gag. It's not a major plot point. It's not something that's a big, crucial moment in the film. He doesn't get sad about social media. That's the joke. It's a gag that pays off later in the film when they discover what Lex is up to, what he's using.
So it might be like a end credits gag sequence.
No, it's in the movie. It's not an end credit scene. It's in the movie, but it's just a visual gag that pays off a joke from earlier.
All right. Okay, that sounds a little better.
It's not like it's like because I don't want to say too much, but Lex Luthor does use these pocket stuff. I don't want to give away too much, but he uses something to where he has these gleeks doing his bidding somewhere where no one's going to see him.
I do agree with this part, though. Why would Gunn do this after his bad tweets in the past? It'll bring up that baggage.
Because it's meant to be a joke that's paid off in the movie. It's not meant to reference anybody in particular. It's just Superman makes a comment earlier in the movie that he doesn't like social media and negativity.
Yeah.
The joke is that negativity that he sees is caused by a bunch of monkeys or gleeks on computers.
Oh, Russian bots. Okay.
Yes, it's a joke. It's a joke. Yes. It's just meant to be something funny. It's not a serious plot point or anything.
So I said that. Let me say this. For anyone that was hating on this movie and wasn't going to see this movie regardless, this is just more fuel to the fire for them to hate on this movie. And for those that don't care about Superman or they don't understand Superman or they call him boring, Boy Scout, or whatever the case may be, this is just another way to make 5 to 10,000 more videos about how much they hate Superman.
Well, again, I think the thing is that somebody saw that from the description, someone got that from someone who saw a test screening. They wanted to run with it because they know it's going to be easy clickbait for there's mutant monkeys in this movie. This sounds horrible when it's removed all context of what the scene actually is and what's actually going on.
It's funny because there are so many DC ape villains, Titano, Ultra Humanite, Grog, Mashur Mallah, Sam Simeon. There's so many Kongorilla, this Gorilla Grog, and we even have a chimp. Detective Chimp is a superhero.
See, and that's not even if people are going to get mad at anything in this movie, that will be the least of its concern.
Yeah, RJ told me some. Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say it. I did tell Josh about this, and he did allude to it on his stream because I told him about this. There's something in this movie that they do change from Superman's lore that will probably piss off the diehard comic book fans, but it really works well for the film. That's all I'm going to say. You'll find out on July 11th, but if you're like a comic book purist, you'll probably hate it.
Superman's lore has been changing for the last 80 years. So, people will get over it.
I don't want Detective.
I think it works well in the context of the story he's telling.
CJH Entertainment Plus, Canadian $2. James Gunn based Lex on Max. I hope so. You know what the heck, CJH, with all MMEs falling off, or it's gone back to the clickbait or something.
Whoa, Max! Wow, really?
You know what the hell, bro? What the heck, man? You're going pretty hard on me there.
But
at least I make content.
But to be more positive,
instead of post about content.
Whoa, Max!
No, I see you've been live streaming soon. I see you've been live streaming.
Jeez.
I'll have to check it out.
Well, on the more positive ends of things, I've heard repeatedly that like they feel like in terms of quality, like the people who saw it were like, yeah, it's as good as like the first Wonder Woman, or like the high highs like of DC movies. Like people seem to have really liked it from what they saw. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but they're getting some good reactions from the test ratings so far. So they're confident still.
All right. No, actually, yes. I reacted to it. I said that sounds awful, but the way it was released it was framed negative. It was framed negative the way it was put to the internet. Okay. All right. Don't be shaking me down for the 20, CJH. I'll send it to you tonight.
Are you sending that 20 Canadian? You gotta adjust for Canadian. So you got something like that.
It means we get less.
I know.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that is the word on the street, by the way, about Superman. That Warner Brothers is very happy that Minecraft and Sinners are doing so well because it is taking a lot of the pressure off of Superman.
I think they're not more pressure on Superman
movie doing well as they were before.
Well, everything they make for Superman is pretty much profit, since Minecraft and Sinners is covering Superman's budget.
Yeah, like if Superman doesn't make like $1 billion, they're not worried anymore. Is what I'm saying. Like a lot of the pressure has been taken off of that movie. So I
disagree. I completely disagree. I think if it underperforms their expectations, they'll be like, "How did Minecraft?"
You can disagree, but the studio and the people within the studio are saying that they're a lot more relieved.
Okay, all right.
So
I will say this: I saw something earlier. Somebody posted something from Mike Zero. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. No, he basically takes two trending topics. Like at the time, Brie Larson was a trending topic on YouTube, and Star Wars hate was a trending topic on YouTube. So he basically says, "Oh, I heard Brie Larson's going to be in the next Star Wars movie just to get clicks." He's the worst. He's the worst clickbaiter there ever is.
That James Gunn that WB was upset with James Gunn because WB cut out so much of his film, and he's not happy with them. Cut out so many scenes from Superman.
Yeah, it's a load of bull because James Gunn has final cut and final say on this movie.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever he wants, he gets. So
yeah.
Yeah, so anybody telling you that like they're cutting screen time from this movie, that's not true.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me.
The only less legit YouTuber than Mike Zero is Perp, #Perp Boys. Man, Voltaire and Perp are going to have.
What the hell is a Perp Boy?
That's CGH has become an a-hole since he's become a Perp Boy.
Oh my!
He's been hanging out around the Perp block, perping, and being a jerk.
Speaking of Perp, where is Perp? I want to know why does he? I go to watch his live streams, and they're disappeared. They're gone. They're deleted.
I don't know.
Stand by your content, sir. Stand by your content.
I'm sure there's a reason. Or what other topics do we have? What other thing is going on?
Well, I was going to ask you guys real quick if either of you have seen the trailers for the Smashing Machine or Weapons.
No, because I want to react to them later.
I saw the Smashing Machine, and I watched Prom Queen trailer.
So the only trailer I watched from today was the Weapons trailer, but the Weapons trailer, I kid you not, was one of the best trailers I've ever seen, possibly ever.
I have a story on that too. Let me bring this up. I'm going to react to it later. So, according to this, Jordan Peele's manager lost the bidding war for this movie, and he wanted it so bad for his production company that he fired the manager.
What is this?
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
So it was. Why does?
Well, you have to remember when Weapons was first announced, there was a massive bidding war from like every studio wanted that script. Apparently, whatever script he wrote, Zach Krieger wrote, was so good. Apparently, all these studios wanted to bid on it. He got $38 million for this movie.
Isn't
just
that
to
more
buy the rights to it?
Did they have a bidding war over Sinners too?
Yes.
But what was a bigger sought after? What was more sought after, Sinners or this?
That's a great question. I'm not for sure. Well, with Sinners, Ryan Coogler got that 25-year deal where after 25 years he gets the rights back. I'm not sure what Zach Krieger got.
Why does Jordan Peele want it so bad though? Because apparently the script's really that good. I think it's gonna be something special. But see, I would think that Jordan Peele the appeal of Peele would be that he does his original stuff. I know he produces too, but this would be more like a producer because it's someone else's project.
It's still an original horror concept though.
Yeah, I guess Peele wants to be like A24 beyond just his stuff. You know, he wants to be a top producer as well. I guess that's part of it.
Maybe.
What's the synopsis of Weapons?
Really good.
I think it'd be better if you went into it blind if you're going to watch a trailer. I don't know. You're going to do a reaction later?
I don't know if I'll have time because I have to do New to Who on Sticks Boys channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you haven't subscribed to Sticks Boys channel, please do so. He's at 95 subscribers. He only needs 5 more to reach 100. You know, instead of 5 people watching, we'll take 7 or 8 people watching Doctor Who stream. So I will be on there every Tuesday. Mama Bear will be on. So
did you get your Switch 2 pre-ordered, RJ?
Yes. So actually today I've made a decision that's gonna make Brucifer laugh. I traded in my Xbox Series X to fully pay off my Nintendo Switch 2.
So you're trading in new tech for old tech. Okay, I see how that works.
Wow, Bruce is finally defending the Xbox? I am really upset with you.
What?
Retired from Xbox.
I have an Xbox. I have a PC. Same difference.
I'm mad at RJ. How dare you, sir?
How do you trade in an Xbox?
I got rid of my Xbox to get a Switch 2. I don't need an Xbox anymore.
Even people yelling from the other room. That is a good question, RJ. That is what somebody just yelled from the other room. RJ, how do you do that?
Simple, because all of Xbox's games are coming to either Switch 2 or PlayStation, so there's no reason to own it anymore. Damn, Joe's still giving Max a hard time.
I am speechless.
Max, Joe, I did not lie. I did not lie.
I reacted. That you told. I
did not lie. I was reacting to the information I had. I did not know there was more context. And Joe has been consistently messaging me about renaming, retitling shorts and videos, and I'm sick of it. So I refuse.
You still need to publicly apologize to Matt Reeves.
I said, if you watch the video, you say, I really hope everything's good. I really hope, but it does not sound. It does not sound like Campia thinks that. It does not sound like
out of context John Campia clip that somebody put on Twitter.
What he normally does.
It sounded like Campia thought that Matt Reeves' Batman was going to be canceled.
But if you watch the whole video, he said that he doesn't think the movie's getting canceled.
So you just read the title of the video and ran with it.
No, someone and a scooper, Daniel RPK, posted it. So I thought it was legit. And I reacted to it. You know?
I can't defend Max on this one.
I'm surprised people are mad at me for trading in my Xbox.
I am mad at you.
Why?
Because
your money back. You can afford all three.
I don't understand why.
I don't make that much money.
Why trade in a console to get another console?
But I already have a PlayStation 5. What do I need an Xbox?
All right,
for?
how much did you get
more
for
money
it?
selling it on the secondary market?
No, I got like close. I got like $390.
All right, you got $390 for it?
Yes.
All right, I approve. That's legit trade-in price. Are you serious?
Yes, I got $390.
That's
From
legit.
where?
From
GameStop.
because you're a pro member, right?
Yes.
I can't believe they're giving $390 for Series X.
$500. Guess how much I got for trading in my Switch OLED?
You trading your Switch too?
$1.8.
Regular Switch?
Yeah.
Aren't there like close to 150 games that are not playable on the Switch too?
None that I play.
All right, that's legit. You did a good job. Did you get games with that?
So I paid off my pre-order for the Switch 2.
You got me a game? Thank you.
I paid off my pre-order for Mario Kart World. I bought a physical copy as well. And I got a pre-order for Cyberpunk.
That's nice. You did a good job. I approve of that.
Cyberpunk,
I didn't know
5-year-old game.
I thought they would only give you like $200 for a Series X at GameStop.
No, I got close to $400.
They probably know the tariffs are going to kick in for the Series X of PlayStation 5 for new. That's probably why they're giving good trading value for existing stock. Because once the stock goes out, once existing stock that's in the United States
honestly,
is gone,
I think
the prices are going to go up for all consoles.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot more people buy pre-owned consoles.
Yes. Yeah. The pre-owned market, if this trade apocalypse continues, existing stock. I was right when I said that. People made fun of me on that video. It's bad. It's trade apocalypse. I'm telling you now, I would consider going to get some, canned goods or some frozen foods right now, just in case.
What?
The next few weeks, stock is going to be shelves are going to be bare at the store. People are going to panic shopping. Once they see certain items are gone, people are going to panic shopping, and then everything's going to be off shelves. It's the truth.
So I take it Brucifer is not getting a Switch 2?
No
one said that.
I am personally not going to own a Switch 2.
Not even for Mario Kart.
I've never liked Mario Kart.
What? That's like saying you don't like ice cream.
Boring racer. It's a boring racer. Just that's my opinion.
What about
I prefer Need for Speed and Gran Turismo. Real games.
Well, Degrassi.
What about Donkey Kong?
Under any other circumstances, that would happen, but unfortunately, that's not happening now.
Donkey Kong. I haven't played the last Donkey Kong game I played was probably the first one for the N64.
It looks so good, though. It looks so good.
And speaking of which, I gotta have. I sold my Switch to someone, and they owe me money. Forgot about that.
Is it Max?
No, it's not Max. Max owes other people money.
Yeah, I do. I owe CJH, Sticks, and I think Joe too.
Never let Max do credit.
I'm good for it.
Get the money
up
front, guys. Money up front because Max.
No, I paid like 2/3 of it to Sticks.
That's a real game.
And I'm planning to pay.
There we go. Switch tonight. 2 is a scam. It is a scam. It's not innovative enough to warrant the price of a Switch and the price of the games for me, myself.
Oh, can I hear one of the best rumors I heard today? Can I bring that up? For the next 5 minutes, we could talk about it.
Can you play this John Campier video so I can see what everyone's talking about in the chat?
I'm not. I don't. It's not everyone. It's just Joe.
Oh, okay.
No, people are still mad at you for that.
Joe is still mad at me, not people.
No, other people are too.
Who? Perp?
Everyone.
No one's not everyone.
I don't know, but
the comment section is like community notes. Go correct in the community notes. I left all the community notes live. I didn't censor anyone. All right, so Jeffrey Dean Morgan wants to play Arthur Morgan in a live-action Red Dead series. That sounds amazing. I love this. Video game adaptations are doing really well. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is liked by pretty much everyone. He's an amazing actor. I love a Western series. This sounds like the most legit thing ever.
He wants to play Arthur Morgan?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Don't you see it? Can't you see it?
No, I was just surprised. I feel like he'd be a better fit for John Marston, honestly.
Marston. Oh,
yeah.
That's the main character, Red Dead.
Yeah, for the first game.
Okay.
I mean,
Arthur Morgan's Red Dead 2 then, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Voltaire says too old for the role? I don't think so.
He might be a little too... Oh, you know what, though? Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be an amazing Dutch.
Here's a Supernatural fan. Jeffrey Dean Morgan wants to play I've Heard Enough Higher, even though he's only in Supernatural a little bit, right?
He was in the second season, the end of the first season a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came. Did he come back?
CJ, are you really saying that a motion capture actor should do it?
See, I have Sonic Racer. That is better than Mario Kart. Thank you very much, Sonic Racers.
Yeah. Let me see. Why wouldn't Rockstar never allow this, Donovan? Okay. Let me see. Watch the interviews he's done. He wants to do it. Let him do it. And Joe, I said I would react to John Campea complaining about it. I would do another reaction video to that if anyone wants to send me that. But I think this is.
I do want to say this. The Smash Machine, the makeup on The Rock looks horrible. It looks.
I don't think so. I think from the images, although I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It doesn't look good to me.
I haven't seen the trailer yet either. I mean, I'm very interested in the movie though.
I think it's going to get him award consideration.
I think that's what he's hoping for.
All right. Oh no. Hi, hello there, 100. Hello Kitty Cruisers is not better than Mario Kart. There's no even drifting mechanic that gets you power boost in Hello Kitty Cruisers. I have it. I have it.
Does. It looks like a Dick Tracy villain. Yes. Mm-hmm. I agree. He looks like a Dick Tracy villain.
All right. Should we call it? I still got to exercise. I'm been slacking. Yeah.
I was about to say.
Who did everyone watch Andor? I didn't even watch Andor yet.
Of course, we're not doing this. We're not doing this with you. You haven't watched it. I'm not going to talk about it with you.
Well, I went on to watch it last night, and I realized my Disney Plus lapsed.
What? You only had it like a month.
I know. I must have tried to charge a card that didn't have available.
I guess.
Andor was incredible.
Okay.
I quite enjoyed it. The discourse about episode 3 is absolutely horrific. It's
ridiculous.
Annoying. It's just very anger-inducing. That's all I'll say.
I've seen people cheering. They were hoping that the act was completed, cheering that on X. I was like, what?
That's so weird.
It's very weird.
What Mon Mothma's her name, right? I heard about her dancing sequence.
That was great.
Well, we have the full context of like what's really going on in that scene and what she's like, why she's dancing, just drown her sorrows and why. Mm-hmm. It works a lot better too.
Mm-hmm. Did the Star Wars YouTube actually put an hour of her dancing? Was that true, or someone was memeing?
I don't know.
I don't know. All I know that Star Wars Theory said he's out. I am not watching any more Andor because I have nothing to I have no more tears left.
How about Grace turning on Last of Us?
Well, a lot of people turned on the show, sadly.
So stupid.
I still didn't watch it this season, but I have a feeling it My wife, I don't think my wife knows about the game. No spoilers here, but I don't think she knows about the game. And I think she's going to have an issue with the scenes as well.
No spoilers, but episode 2 of season 2 was beautifully acted. It was very emotional. It was executed perfectly. I mean, it was powerful. It was very powerful. I've not watched episode 3 yet. I did hear that episode 3 was a very kind of slow, but it was a lot of like setting up for the rest of the season.
I'm just glad they didn't. They gave the viewer a chance to grieve.
Yeah, that's really what
episode 3. That's what they did.
Very much like a slow burn, like grief setting.
Yes.
I definitely want to see it. I just didn't get to it yet.
I'm pretty sure next episode or the one after that is going to be flashback heavy.
And once I got people's reactions of that stuff's definitely happened without getting the spoilers, I'm like, oh, I really got to prepare to watch this. I just can't, like, it's not a casual watch.
You have to be in the right mood for sure.
Yeah.
Let
me do this. Brian LCS. He has a great channel. He hosts the comic book award show every year, and he just completed his second Kickstarter for his book, The Doctor, which I got into. Thank you for the great Kickstarter, and I wish every Kickstarter would fulfill as quickly as Brian LCS's Kickstarter. Thank you, Brian.
Cool.
Oh, I will be giving away 2 of The Doctor on this upcoming Sunday's The Other Comic Book Show.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I think we're done.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
So make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment if you're watching on the replay. If you're watching on Kingdom of Nerds, head over to Movie Madness Entertainment and hit the like button, subscribe. If you're watching on Movie Madness Entertainment, head over to Kingdom of Nerds, the only other place where you can get grown-up movie talk. Hit the like button. So integrity in movie talk matters, guys. It matters.
Thanks, Joe. Joe.
Have a good night. Thank you, RJ, for hanging out with us. And screw you, DL, for not being home.